So, good afternoon and good morning to some of you. Happy Thursday. I'm joined by the beautiful, fantastic, sexy, fabulous, splendid,
Wow.
wondrous Michael Mintz. I said I'd make him feel special, and I'm going to make him feel as special as I can for the next 15 minutes. We are
Thank
here
you.
to talk about SOS of your life. So, Michael, I hope you're ready. Hope you're ready.
Yes.
Let me check and we're streaming because I always have technical issues. It's
Okay.
like a thing. Hmm. Yeah, it's coming through. We're good. We're good. We're off
Okay.
to go. So, guys, if you are joining, I am live, like I said, for 15 minutes with the fabulous Michael, and we will be sharing some thoughts, inspirations. He will give us some fabulous tips. But if you have any comments, questions, or anything you'd like to add, please drop them in the comments. And if it doesn't fit for today, then of course, either Michael or myself will come back to you, either in a future live, a future post, or just because we can afterwards. How does that sound? Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's not good.
Good. So how are you doing this morning? How's life over there?
Life is amazing for me. This was a great morning. Got up earlier than I even normally do. Got in my walk that I normally get in. Actually met a new person, Asian couple, when I'm walking this morning. They had an amazing attitude, so they kind of got me motivated, inspired. Got to work really early this morning so I could be in front of the camera for you today.
Ah, I feel special too now.
You
Ah,
should.
see, there's a lot of love going on in the house, guys. So
Yeah.
hopefully you've got somebody to share love with today. If not, that person you pass in the street, whap them a smile. Make their day. So, SOS of your life.
Right.
When in your life have you found your health or well-being has been hit? What signs has it given you that you needed to make a big change?
Well, recently, a couple of years ago, because I walk every morning. Walking got difficult. In fact, it got almost so difficult that it was hurting too bad to walk. I go to the doctor. He says, "Hey, we're going to need to do some things to your knees. I needed some laparoscopic surgery. Had some tears in meniscus." Um, and I said, "I'd like to do both of them at the same time." He says, "Oh, that's going to make recovery a little bit more difficult." I said, "You know what? I'd still like to just go ahead and get it over with and get it done." Okay, because while I was walking, they were actually screaming at me, "Come on, we got to get a little help here." It was amazing because even though I was down a few days because I decided to do them both at the same time, the rehab, and my granddaughter said, "Pop, you look like a weeble because you're kind of wobbling back and forth because both of them were hurting so bad." But here's what happened. I've experienced the best morning walks I think I have since I've been alive because I no longer have any pain. I kind of look back and my wife reminded me, "You realize that you've been having pain for 10, 12 years." And I put it off. I refused to get it fixed because the word surgery gets in my head and messes me up a little bit. But come to find out, how, I mean, it was just a little bitty quarter-inch scar. I've been able to enjoy walking again over the last 2 years more than I have in the previous 15. So that was my kind of SOS and recovery story all at the same time.
So the fact that you said 12 years, what was the sort of pinpoint that made you say after 12 years, enough is enough?
It just got too painful to walk. I had I played sports. And unfortunately I played a lot of football. And my knees paid the price for that. I was actually also in two car accidents that the doctor said also contributed greatly to the injuries. And so it was just the thought that I was going to have to give up walking, um, or go have it fixed. You know, it's amazing because it's crazy because once I got that done and it went so well, I actually got excuse me, I actually got a couple other things done as well because I had given up golf
Uh-huh.
because of a shoulder injury that happened years and years ago. And because I didn't want to have the shoulder replacement because it sounded like major surgery, I just didn't do it. Because this went so well, I went in and said, "Hey, I think I'm ready to do that now." And now I'm back to playing golf after about 15 years that I haven't done in forever. And so I'm kind of on a mission now to get everything fixed.
Mm.
I can't fix this, but I can fix everything else.
Well, technically, you could if you really want to.
Oh,
That
that's
says the
true.
lady
That's
who's had
true.
no surgery.
That's true. I could. I could. No, I'm okay with it. It's good.
Right. Quick hello to Andrea and Alicia. Lovely you can join us. So guys, if you are listening and joining, we've got about another 10 minutes with fabulous Michael. Obviously, we're sharing about how his knee, shoulder, and obviously this time's been his life. And of course, obviously sharing his experience, but we'll end with some tips just for you. Because that's the valuable bit. We want to get some value in here.
Mm.
So obviously you said there's this point thing. What do you think was the biggest thing stopping you from actually doing it sooner? What was the main thing that was making you put off? Not what was the holdback, as it were?
I hate to admit this, but fear. You know, fear of surgery. I mean, I don't know why I fear surgery so much. I don't anymore, actually. But up until that point, you have people that you shouldn't listen to give you all these stories and tell you why you shouldn't go have surgery. Especially at my age, I'm 65. So people are like either lean one way or the other way when it comes to surgery. And so, no, you should do more holistic stuff. You should do this. You should do, and I did a lot of that, and actually none of it helped my joints. And so now, believe it or not, over the course of the last 10 years, I've had 7 surgeries on 7 different joints, and I'm in the best shape I've been in probably since college. Okay. Plus, I'm getting to walk every day. I feel good. And it's just a better place for me to be. I have friends who are my age who they're sedentary. They do absolutely nothing. They sit at home and they're waiting, for the axe to fall. And I feel like I'm the most active I've been in a very long time.
See, walking's good for you guys. 20 minutes a day, just to be healthy. That's where you need to be. Got another goal, a bit more. Healthy tip just going in there. So you gotta throw something in there, get them going. So you said your life has changed exponentially, shall we say?
Yeah. Tuesday.
Yeah.
How? I was having this conversation with the guy that lives right next door to me, and he's the airline pilot. We're the same age. And there's something about, because he actually walks a ways and then jogs a little and walk. I only walk because it's too difficult for my knees. But there's something about getting up. I get up at 4:45. I start walking at 5, and I walk for 45 minutes. There's something about that lifestyle versus I wasn't doing anything that radically changes how I start every day. So, I don't understand as much about the body as you do, Liz, but what I do know is that there's a massive change that occurs when I get up and I walk for 45 minutes versus when I just get up, slowly get ready, take a shower, and put my clothes on and don't do anything. The day that I have as a result of having gotten up and walked, which some of my greatest meditation time and some of my greatest ideas come to me while I'm walking as well. So that's the part that has actually transformed kind of my mornings. I'm a firm believer in morning routine. I have an amazing morning routine. But adding that 45-minute walk, not only did it change my morning routine because it kind of gets me centered, it kind of helps me focus on what I want to accomplish that day, but it also changes my outlook on life as well. So it's just been amazing for me.
Routines are a great and a huge asset, shall we say. And Andrea's completely connecting. She knows the feeling because Andrea did a huge life change a while ago, but that's, separate story.
Another story.
Yeah, another story. We like other stories, And of course, what you're saying there about has it increased your confidence to actually try new things? Like you said, you went back to golf and obviously now walking is part of your daily. Has your confidence come up in other areas of your life because you've now overcome the fear of dealing with that pain?
That would be yes. And I'll give you a quick example. So 2 weekends ago, I took my whole family, my son-in-laws, and then one of my son-in-laws, he invited his 2 brothers. Okay. So we're out in the middle of the lake and we have a kind of a big platform in the back of the boat. And the younger guys, my son-in-laws, are all doing these flips and stuff off the back of the boat. Okay. And so something I would have never considered is I asked them if they knew what a preacher's seat looked like. And it's where you jump in and jump in the water, and it makes this enormous, huge splash that comes out. Okay, you've seen the TikTok, where the guy jumps in the water and the ball goes flying 1,000 feet. That's that same thing. And so one of my son-in-law said, well, why don't you just show us? I said, okay, I think I will. Okay, so here I am, almost 66 years old. I jump up on the back of the boat, and I nailed it. And everybody goes, oh, so I said, Pop, my grandson says, Pop, do it again. Do it. So I did it 3 times. Here's the great news. That's not the fun part. The fun part was the next morning, I didn't feel like every bone in my body was broke. Yes, I was a little sore, but I'm doing things that I wouldn't consider doing before I got to this place in my life. So it's kind of cool.
And you've shown the youngsters how it's done from the sound of it.
Yes, that was the added benefit, I would say.
Well, we might add a safety tip there, guys. Don't do something outrageous and ridiculous like jump off a bridge without a bungee cord or something.
Right.
We're not going to do anything completely crazy. We're just going to push our boundaries and our comfort levels, and also show the youngsters how it's actually.
Yes.
So obviously you've mentioned your fitness levels and of course like your daily routine there. How has this inner confidence in yourself affected the relationships in your life?
Oh, that's a good question, I guess.
I come out with them.
Believe it or not, most people don't believe that I actually suffer with confidence issues because I come off as, I'm loud and a little bit obnoxious at times, and I'm very gregarious. Okay. But just so people know, the older you get, it's a little bit more difficult to remain confident in who you are and what you do because you lose some of the things that you used to do. It's almost like a list of things you keep taking off the list that you can no longer do because you're 65 years old. And I don't know how to explain it as much as I know how to just say it, that it's crazy important to me to be able to know in my head and feel in my heart that I don't have to act 65. I don't have to act 65. In fact, I can think like I was 30 or 40. It doesn't mean I'm going to be stupid, like you just said, and go do some of the crazy things that I might have done at that age. But I have the confidence of knowing that I could do some more things that I never would have considered doing. And what happens is that greatly affects my confidence in every area of my life. Because at my age, you start seeing, I'm sure Andre would agree, you start seeing the friends that you have, and they just start going one direction or the other. They start becoming very sedentary, and I'm 65 and I can't do that anymore, which frustrates me because I have friends now I no longer can do things with because they act old. Or I have a whole new group of guys, 2 guys that I'm walking with that I've met, and I'm now invited to be in a beach volleyball tournament with a few guys that I would have never considered doing because, oh my gosh, I'm going to break something or hurt something, and I just don't feel that way anymore. So yeah, confidence, I never actually put it in that frame of reference, but yeah, confidence crazy off the chart because of that.
Yeah. So if something happened again, I'm touching wood here, my desk is wooden, don't worry, I'm touching wood. If something did happen again, your body's giving you a help me sign, what would you do in the future?
Oh, I'd definitely go see the doctor, say, what do we need to do to fix this right away? My wife and I, just so you know, my wife and I are planning on going on a crazy adventure in 2025. Everything I'm doing now, I'm working toward going on this crazy adventure in 2025, the 2 of us. It's going to be a year-long adventure. Okay. And we have decided we both have to be in the most amazing shape physically and mentally that we've been in a very long time. So both of us are working hard to get there so that we don't have to really limit anything other than the stupid stuff. We don't have to limit ourselves as what we can enjoy, what we can see, what we can take in on our adventure, because this is like the big adventure that we've been planning and saying we're going to do for a long time, and now we're finally at goal. Now we can, because we both feel like it's right inside of our wheelhouse now. So
yeah. Oh, that'd be totally awesome. Well, we're coming up to 15 minutes, so guys, hopefully you've got some fabulous value from Michael. Any quick tip to leave them with from your end?
I think probably the greatest tip would be the one my grandmother told me. And that's that you only are as old as you believe and act. Okay. My grandmother got her master's degree at 62 years old. And so she was constantly doing things that people her age weren't doing. And I want to tell people, regardless if it's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, or 70, age is a mindset. It's not an obstacle, it's a mindset. Okay. And in fact, I find that at 65, here's going to the cool thing is you know you're old when you fall down and people rush to help you. Because when you're young and you fall down, people laugh. Okay, but when you're old and fall down, people, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, and so I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I want people to laugh because, oh, I jumped back up. Oh, I'm fine. I'm good. You know, I don't want to be that guy. So yeah, absolutely, definitely.
Oh, I think that's fantastic. So actually, you know what? Next Tuesday, I will cover the difference between chronological and biological age and how you can actually live your best life no matter how many years you've been born. Next Thursday, I have some details on intimacy from a beautiful lady who has given me some information. So we'll go into that. And of course, we have more from Michael, who's going to help me launch Wellness Wow Day. So more of that to come. Otherwise, thank you for joining me, Michael. Thank you guys for listening, and have a fabulous weekend ahead and evening and everything else.
Yeah.